Here he comes, Lowe of Wolves. And he's going to have Mohammed Saleh. Not the Mohammed Saleh, but the other Mohammed Saleh from Community Combat. This is a featherweight fight, possibly a future opponent for Noah Honor. And yeah, you can see it right there. And Lowe, well muscled, great shape, great condition, looks like a powerhouse. And that's what I was saying earlier. He wants to stay in the pocket, land some heavy shots, and get his opponent hurt and backing up early. You want it doesn't exactly have to debilitate him or knock him stone dead. You just have to get in their mind and make sure that they're respecting those hands, respecting that work that you're putting over on them. And that's how Lowe has gotten into the win column before. And here he comes into the MMA Battle Arena cage. Mohammed Saleh coming out to applause here in Coventry. Yes, where there is a red corner, there has to be a blue corner. Where there's one, there has to be two to decide it out, to fight for the victory here at MMA Battle Arena, the featherweight division. And there's a world featherweight title on the line later tonight between Tyrese Richards and Veneman Gibataro of BST. One of these young men, either Lowe or Mohammed Saleh, want to put themselves in the conversation for those featherweight titles. Everybody wants the gold. Everybody wants that MMA Battle Arena gold. Looks so nice on a mantelpiece, I have to say. And you know that you didn't get it free in a box of cereal. Every one of these titles is earned. These guys come up through the ranks and they fight an incredibly hard schedule. Mohammed Saleh, Lowe, Wolves MMA versus Community Combat in the featherweight division. We are moments away. Quick touch of the gloves. It's obvious that Lowe wanted to come out, Lowe wanted to come out and make this into an incredibly dirty sort of fight. Look, he leaves his hands low as he throws. He's like swinging tree trunks out there. Whereas Mo Saleh is much more, he's got his hands up, he's moving in and out, he's stinging. Lowe is just looking to throw bombs out there, Chris, and this is wicked. We got a schoolyard bully against a tactician. Ooh, sneaky right hand over the top there.
Well, Lowe is coming off a huge win at Fight Series 3 against Marcus Morgan, where he took the decision in that fight, but really showed his conditioning and pace. And he's going to be using that now. It's the very talented Mo, and he gets the takedown. Now, what Mo needs to do here, try and get that forearm across the face. That's going to give him some space. He's going to be able to try and get his hips out and then slide his left knee across. But
yeah, he seems to have committed to like a wizard there and caught his own arm, and now he's wrapping the head with it.
It's so hard to do when you have someone as talented as Lowe raining down shots on you.
And he just looks to be so heavy right in there. If he weighed in at featherweight yesterday, he's going to be weighing in at lightweight today. He's incredibly muscled, very strong.
And yesterday, getting ready for today's show, I was watching back some of Mohammed Saleh's fights, and one of the things that blew me away was his footwork and his striking. So just slightly selfishly, I'd like to see him be able to get to his feet so we can see a little bit more of that.
He's doing well to stifle the attacks right now of Lewis Lowe.
And it's also interesting, he's only had 3 fights, but Mo looked like a little bit of a slow starter in all 3 fights. And then once he kind of settled in, he seemed to just up that reaction time and those skill sets, going for almost a leg lock position, single leg X, and you can just bump someone over with, and that's what he's looking for. Can he sweep with it, but eating heavy
unfortunately,
shot.
he was just too low on the ankle. What's the stop
he's holding onto the cage, maybe.
Oh. Cheeky. I didn't even see that, but yeah.
I think that was what the call from referee Stuart Davis was. He was holding himself up while he was raining the shots. And the thing is, as Mo Salah
did he hold himself up while he was getting swept there?
Yeah, that's also the point. Mo was deep on that single leg X kind of bump position, and that's something you have to fall over, otherwise your knee gets popped. But if you can hold on to something behind you.
So this is one of my biggest.
Now we're going to see.
Let's just talk about the fight. Lewis Lowe has got that right hand so low. It's incredible. It's incredible that he has it that low. But maybe he's trying to invite in the clinch or the punches so he can come underneath and get to the legs like he's doing right now.
And it gets the takedown. But you could see the nervousness from Lewis Lowe in those striking exchanges. He does not want to be there with Mohammed Saleh, who does have that footwork and that movement.
And Saleh was pushing forward there, which allowed Lewis to get in on his hips. And I think in the second round, when Saleh makes some adjustments, he needs to drop away behind that jab, allow Lewis to start running onto his punches. He fights back up.
They did a really good job of going from half to a butterfly guard, using that to make space.
But this was not in. Big thumbs up.
Yeah, it's hard to finish the guillotine without a full guard, without both legs wrapped around your opponent, because then you can use the strength of your leg to push them away, stretches their neck out, really makes it uncomfortable. And now beautiful work by Mo to step over the legs, get this full mount position, peppering shots down. Steve, what does Lewis Lowe need to do to get out there? He's got to wait for the end of the round. That's what he's got to do.
Just wait 5 seconds. Right? No, he just needed to let go and start trying to posture it. All right, so I'm going to have a bit of a moan. Here
we go. About the rule set.
And this is nothing against Stuart Davis, because this is habitual all the way up. Every single fighter knows the rules. You grabbed the cage, you landed a heavy shot. I don't care if it changed the fight or not. It could have changed the fight. You broke the rules, is at least a point away, right? Same with like kicking people in the nuts or poking them in the eyes. We give everybody a warning. And you know what? I'll say it on the broadcast, and I mean it. Every time I'm coaching a guy who's going to have a fight, I tell him, listen, man, if you need 30 seconds, knee him in the nuts, poke him in the eyes, because you are going to get a little bit of time. You're going to get time, and they will let you get away with it for so long.
Look, holding the cage, Steve. We've got a replay.
Yeah, look, he just holds it. He's holding. Right, he holds the cage for like 3-4 seconds there. Right, and he lands big shots. And this is nothing against Stuart Davis as a referee.
That was excellent refereeing. Really excellent refereeing.
Yeah, he caught it habitually though. But then it's on the referee to take points away.
Here we go. Now, I think Mohammed Saleh is going to once again try and
you're right. Sorry, he did wake up. He's woken up now.
Yeah, he's a slow starter.
Ah, man.
He had a bit more of an afro before, which I thought might have given him extra power, but the hair's a little shorter. Look at now. This is what I saw in his previous fight. Round 2, it's all head movement, beautiful combinations, angles, just angles.
Nice job. Yeah, he's leaning off into the inside.
Oh, both landed, I think.
Yeah, I think that crack was from Lewis Lowe. It might have been the forearm cracking the head.
I think it's just the physical difference between the two. Lewis Lowe is just the stockier. He's clearly the bigger of the two. He's cut a little bit more weight to make this division.
But this is the thing. You can make him miss and make him waste tons of energy because he's throwing those punches from way behind him.
Look at this beautiful boxing from Mohammed Saleh.
This is when Mohammed Saleh's got to stay on him with the jabs. Don't worry about the kicks so much because we know Lewis Lowe wants to come in. Look at... And even though... that's a nice jab.
Lewis Lowe is definitely landing.
He is landing. I was wondering who's landing with more power here.
Yeah, the power is the interesting part. Like, I feel like Mohammed's landing more shots, but when Lewis lands, you can hear the crack. It's this cardio, because Mohammed looks like he could do this all day. He's just bouncing. He's got this intensity. He's landing some heavy kicks. That big right hand throws it from his hips, karate style.
Exactly. And there's the right hand ducking off to his left. And there you go. Stings there.
Look at that, just slipped out the way and then a short right to the chin.
I think if you're going to keep up with this pace of Mo Saleh, you are going to get exhausted. And now we had a minute and a half on the feet, Chris. And now we're going back into the shark tank of Lewis Lowe, which is the ground.
Yeah, and this is when he can use that size advantage. But, I mean, it just looks the more fatigued of the two to Lewis Lowe. He's clearly, like, he's still well in this fight, but Mohammed doesn't even look like he's breathing particularly heavy.
He needs to get out of this position because it's just a stalling position here. It's just more time for Lewis Lowe to get his breath back, get blood back into all those muscles that he's been carving out in the gym. You want to get back up and get on him.
It's so hard. The arm position is just a bit awkward for locking up this reverse triangle.
Yeah, he also doesn't have his ankle in the knee pit or anything of that sort. So
yeah, just like Steve's saying, Mohammed needs his left foot under his right knee, and then he'll be able to lock this triangle a lot tighter. But from there, he's holding him, but he's not doing any damage, and he's gonna either stall to the end of the round or just get a hold of that arm and crank it for a Kimura. Yeah, and that's often what you see, this backwards triangle position. It's hard to get the choke, but you've got the other arm and head trapped, so you can look for submissions, but that's what Lewis wants. Popped out of it and landed a huge shot. Problem, the striking was so close that whoever wins the ground, that's going to probably win them the round.
And Lewis Lowe is being so smart here. He's staying here, he's stifling it, and no matter what, he's going to land some shots.
Going for a footlock is Mo Saleh with a few seconds left. Oh, nearly had it.
And there's the end of the second round.
It's like,
and without a point going away from Lewis Lowe in that first round, if that first round goes to Lewis and the second round goes to him as well. Just because, like you said, on the feet, the impression I had was that it was actually Mohammed Saleh's shots that were doing more damage, ringing the bell of Lewis Lowe more. But every time Lewis threw, it was a big event, right?
Yeah.
It was like you could go see the orchestra, you know, beautiful music, everything's technically beautiful, or you could rock out with the Rolling Stones. Which one do you want to do? I know what I want to do. I want to see Lewis Lowe throw absolute missiles at somebody and just hear them go crack, 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 even if they're just coming off the forearms and the shoulders of Mo Saleh. But Mo Saleh is stinging him and snapping his head back. So it depends what the judges see. But I think he's two up right now.
Mo Saleh's been in a couple of sketchy positions where he's gone for a leg lock and had thunderous shots rain down on him. And it's the old I remember Roger Gracie saying only 20% of jiu-jitsu works in the cage. I think we need to look at your skill set. And I teach seminars on leg locks, right? I'm not saying leg locks aren't good. I love a leg lock.
If they can't punch you in the face.
Yeah, you don't want Lewis Lowe stood over you as you're doing it. Especially if you can't heel hook. You've lost the most dangerous of the arsenal of leg locks. And most people, especially in this MMA cage with adrenaline, they eat a straight foot lock.
Yeah, you can't throw those naked kicks. Look at that, you see? Just cracking him.
Yeah. And Lewis Lowe, he loads up, but he still seems to be able to get him to land.
I'm really sorry. If you want a guy to come in and like do one of those like fighting the cop or something like that on a TV show, I want it to be Lewis Lowe. He just like kicked him through the double doors kind of thing there, that step-up kick. It's not technically crisp at all. It doesn't have to be because it's theatrical.
Well, some of the best strikers ever.
There we go. Look, and he just comes in. He's got Saleh shook.
Saleh's digging for the underhook.
Because Saleh's smart. He's not an idiot. He knows that if one of those things lands on the chin, it's good night, Irene, and you're waking up tomorrow. You are going to sleep with dreams of the victory, and now you're waking up to the reality of a KO.
Lewis Lowe needs to suck the leg to him just like that, high into the sky.
You always got to watch out. Yeah, Lewis Lowe, brilliant takedown. I've seen too many elbows go the wrong way when you post out just the way that Mo Saleh did there. But now look.
There's no quitting. Mo Saleh straight back to his knees after receiving that huge slam. Lewis Lowe, once again, it's very, very similar setup to what he just did. He's incredibly strong for this weight division. I can't believe it.
So much power. And lots of skill, too. And if it's working for you, keep doing it.
Yeah, he's putting together wrestling, chain wrestling, the common expression when you put lots of different takedowns together into a combination.
Good posting on the head. Good posting on the head from Saleh. And now Saleh's got a minute to snap it out. Snatch victory from the jaws of defeat here. It gets a toe in the mouth.
Yeah. The kick skimmed Lewis Lowe's head.
I think Lewis Lowe said, that tastes good.
Oh yeah, big right did Lewis Lowe.
Look, he's wanting to go off the cage there. That's nice.
Yeah.
He keeps backing himself onto the cage for like Superman punches off the cage or sprinting in on the doubles. And now every second that ticks by favors Lewis Lowe.
Yeah, good Lewis Lowe's corner.
He's listening very well to the corner. He goes back onto the single.
Drops for the double.
Saleh doing well to get the leg to the outside. The head position of Lowe doesn't. He's so strong, just picks it up and again scores again off the takedown. Saleh stands up.
I think Lewis Lowe's figured out how to win this fight, Stu. He's just baiting him in. Every time Saleh commits to anything, he just shoots under.
Exactly. This almost reminds me of Johnny Hendricks back in the day. Big right hands and big double legs, and that puts the exclamation mark on it. Lewis Lowe, you have arrived. Thank you very much, Mo Saleh. What great, great boxing and stand up from you. Excellent angles you were cutting. Like Chris said, just wake up a bit earlier because that first round was all to play for. Wow. The boys from the Wolves MMA gym, they've got to be happy with that. I'm happy with it. It's very, very seldom that you look at a decision and you're like, ooh, that's nice. See some of these replays just steaming forward with those right hands. He's just throwing them all the way from behind him. He's always looking for the home run shot. Lewis Babe Ruth Lowe. We go for the official decision. Good show of respect from both fighters in the middle of the cage. Mo Saleh, Lewis Lowe. Be nice to run that back in 5 years when they're both pros. Let's see what the official decision is. That second round was a huge turning point for Lewis Lowe. He just found his way to victory and he really took it.